Welcome to the Kennedy Secondary School. My name is Dean Monke. I'm one of the principals here at the secondary school. We also have our Roosevelt Education Center right across the street from us here next to Roosevelt Park. And we use all kinds of classrooms and facilities here to teach our students in grades 5 through 12. I just wanted to take a little time here to do a little intro for you, maybe a little tour of the building, but try to give some of those new students that are coming to the secondary school this year a little bit of helpful information in relationship to getting started here on September 8th. Just to start out with, we have our bus loading zone. It's going to be right over here in lot number 2, and we'll have about 22 different buses that show up each day here in this parking lot right in front of our Kennedy Gold Gym. And it's the bus exchange zone for the whole district. So any students who will be riding the bus in grades K through 12 are going to come, switch to a different bus here, and be taken to their particular school, both before and after school. So right now that area is getting striped, and it should be all ready for that first day of school. Well, we have a lot to show you here. We don't want to take a lot of your time, but we want to give you a few helpful hints about our Kennedy Secondary School. So hey, let's go to school. Hey, you're just inside the entrance now to the Kennedy Secondary School here. This building was remodeled in 2008, and we got in here at about 2010. So we've been in this building about 10 years now, and it is just a fantastic facility. Of course, all of our parents, students, and parents and students realize that we have an interesting start to the school year this year. Because of the coronavirus, we are having a lot of the restrictions that are placed upon schools, and also a lot of safety measures that are put in place. One of those safety measures happens to be a requirement given to us by the state of Minnesota that all students and staff and anybody really coming inside a public place, such as a school, will need to wear a mask this year. And so I've just got a few examples here for you of some different masks that might be used or chosen. One is a simple, just disposable mask that our students might choose to just pick up. It can be used once or several different times, but fits pretty nice and loose around and still allows the student to go about their day. Another choice that you might be having is maybe a mask that comes with a lanyard or something, so that as you take this off and on over the course of the day, you'll have an opportunity to just, wear it around your neck so it's easily accessible. And then when you need it, as far as coming in from outside or things like that, it easily can go on for you, and you should be all ready to go with this mask. Or I know that some of our students and staff will prefer what they call a gaiter. And this is just simply a piece of material. It's probably a little bit more stretchy, and it allows you to go ahead and pull it over your head and just wear around your neck until you actually need to put it on. And then it's a real simple task to just slip it up and go ahead and wear it and go about your day by just having your mask on, pulled up, so it's nice and convenient for you. So I'm not going to be wearing a mask as I go around and try to tape this video here today, but just so you're kind of planning ahead as a new student or returning student to Kennedy Secondary School, that you'll need to find some type of mask wear here to wear for this school year. Well, we're going to go all around the Kennedy Secondary School and see what we can see here and give you some helpful hints about the different locations here at the Kennedy Secondary School. Thanks. We're standing right in front of the main entrance to the Kennedy Secondary School here, and these double doors here behind me will be locked during the course of the day. In fact, all of our doors around the building will be locked once we get our school day started. Any visitors to the building will need to enter through the first door and go into our district office reception area right over here, where they'll be greeted and asked to check into the building. So, and then from there, they can really go anywhere throughout the school, but what's really convenient is that we have several of our offices right in a row here down this hallway. First, we have our high school office, and then our counseling office, and then the middle school office, and finally the nurse's office right around the corner. So if you need to consult with any of those people in any of those offices, it'll be really easy as you come in, and they're very easily to find right down this first hallway. Just to the right of the main entrance is our activities hallway, all the way down this area right here. And this is the area of the building which houses our concession stand area, our high school activities office. We have a wrestling room and a pool. We also have 2 large gymnasiums, a number of locker rooms, really all the facilities we need for the different activities, and our physical education classes are all going to happen right here down this activities hallway and also on the lower level below us. We're really proud of all the different activities and different sports that we have, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy them very much. If you have any questions whatsoever about the activities that are offered in any of our grade levels from 5 through 12, you're more than welcome to ask any of our principals or come and stop down here right in the activities office and they can answer your questions as well. Hey, thanks. So right next to the main entrance here, we have our high school office. And during the course of the day, this silver gate here behind me will raise up, and a couple people will be right available here right at the counter to answer any of your questions. This office is mainly for students in grades 9 through 12, and they'll be able to answer all of your questions right here, probably without even having to go into the office itself. Right next to our high school office, just right down the hallway here, is our counseling office here. And this is really for students in all grades 5 through 12. We have a middle school counselor in Mrs. Johnson, who is responsible for grades 5, 6, and 7. And then we also have 3 high school counselors that divide up their students from 8th grade through 12th grade alphabetically. So if you have any questions in relationship to schedules, or you just need somebody to talk to and ask some questions of, our counseling office is more than available here to help. Here we are at the middle school office here, right next to the counseling office. And this is really for grades 5 through 8. And students are welcome to come right up here to the counter. And there'll be a person or 2 people behind this silver gate right here. And again, able to answer any questions that you have in relationship to grades 5 through 8. Hey, next up on the Kennedy tour here is our Kennedy Secondary School Nurse's Office. We have 3 different nurses that are here either full or part-time over the course of the school day. So a lot of help out of the nurse's office here. If you have any questions that involve some kind of medical issue with which you need to have addressed here, you're more than welcome to stop in, and probably Miss Jensen will be right at the counter here able to help you out. Thanks. Right here in the middle of the Kennedy Secondary School, basically right off our main entrance here, is our auditorium. This is a 1,200 seat auditorium. So this allows us a lot of options in relationship to bringing our students in here, either by school or by grade level or even in smaller groups. This year, this space may even be used for some of our music classes, so we have an opportunity to spread our students out a little bit more. This is just an excellent facility right here. Full stage. We've got video and technical capabilities in here, great sound. So it's just a wonderful space for us to take advantage here at the Kennedy Secondary School. Right next to the auditorium, we have our Kennedy Secondary School Media Center, or library as you might call it. And we have Mr. Anderson in here, who is our media specialist, and a couple other people in here helping every day as well. So if you'd like, just kind of walk on in here with me, and we'll point out a few of the other things that we have within our media center. As you can see, the reception desk right here, sometimes students, all they have to do is just come in the door here. They may have a question that they need answered or a little help in relationship to seeking a book that they need to find. That can be answered right here at the main circulation desk. a lot of times we've specialized a little bit in relationship to having this side of the media center be a little bit more toward high school, and this side over here a little bit more towards the middle school. But for the most part, the book collection in here goes around all the outside walls and is open to everybody. So just a wonderful place to come before school, grab a book quickly after school, but just a great resource for us here in the Kennedy Secondary School. Here at the Kennedy Secondary School, we're really kind of divided up into 3 different schools. Right now, we're standing in the 3-story section of our building, right off the back, and it's really where we house our 5th and our 6th graders. We have about 5 different classrooms on 3 different levels here, with our 5th grade being on the top here with about 4 classrooms here and a reading and math specialist room along with a special education room. And on the in the hallway right below us, we have 3 6th grade classrooms and 2 more 5th grade classrooms. And then on the floor all the way down the bottom here, we have our 5 more 6th grade classrooms. So, hey, let's take a look in a 5th grade classroom. Hey, right now we're standing in Mrs. Leach's 5th grade classroom. She's connected with our Prairie Science class program as well, but you can see that this is about a 900 square foot classroom, and of course Mrs. Leach has got this decorated fantastically, and we'll probably have, you know, anywhere from 24 to 26 students in our 5th and 6th grade classrooms, and they'll probably be teamed at one shape or another, working with another teacher or another 2 teachers. But as you can see, plenty of room, plenty of desks and chairs available. We might be spreading these out a little bit more come this year. And we're also going to take a look out the window here too, so you can see a few of our outdoor facilities as well. Okay, right now you're taking a look at some of our outdoor facilities, and just starting at the back end of the building right here, we have some of our music rooms that you can see here, and then that large structure in the far corner there, that's our maroon gym. From there you can also see we have some tennis courts, and then we have our Otter Stadium. We were very fortunate a couple years ago to have the community raise some funds that we could put an all-turf field and track out here. It's just a beautiful facility, and we take advantage of that each and every day. We've also got a brand new maintenance shed put on in the back there that houses some of our equipment that keeps all these grounds up and running. And then right off here to the corner, you get just a glimpse of our playground here. We understand that our 5th and 6th graders need to get outside a little bit every once in a while, so they'll have the opportunity to use that playground there, both before school, after school, and during lunch and recess time. Now we've traveled one level down here, and we're at the entrance to many of our music rooms here. We have down this hallway right here, we've got a middle school choir room, an ensemble room in the middle, and a middle school band room. Then right here we have a high school choir room, high school band room, and our orchestra room. We really have about 5 really large spaces here that are available to our music department, and they take advantage of them all the time, just in relationship to having those groups come in and out. Here's just an example of one of those real large music rooms. This is our middle school choir room right here, and as you can see, it's got multiple levels, all kinds of chairs, an opportunity to either stand up or sit down. Nice grand piano here at the front, and even an interactive whiteboard here that they can use within these classes as well. All of our students here at the Kennedy Secondary School in all grades 5 through 12 have an opportunity to be involved in our choral program, in our orchestra program, and in our band program. And many times those students are electing to take 2 of those musics or even 3 of those musics. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you're more than welcome to give our music directors a call here, and they should be able to answer your questions about our outstanding music program here that we have in Fergus Falls. Now we've made our way to the school cafeteria, and we just have an outstanding kitchen staff here that is working with our students and staff each and every day. Obviously, there's probably going to be some challenges in relationship to this year, but they're going to try to offer the best meals possible. We offer both a breakfast program and a lunch program. That breakfast program starts at about 7:45 in the morning, and it'll run till a little bit after 8 o'clock. And our 5th through 8th grade students are welcome to kind of come here and gather first thing in the morning, especially if they're looking for some breakfast. We're going to have a lot of choices here for students and plenty of room to spread out, especially this year. And we're also looking to provide smaller lunch group opportunities so that we can spread our students out a little bit more here across this cafeteria. Hey, we're outside again. And this time now, we're at our O door, big steps, right off of Freiburg Avenue in the back of the school. And really, we'd like to have our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade parents that are dropping students off each day probably use this back entrance here to drop students off, because then they can come right up the steps, right in the cafeteria, and go to wherever they need to go from there. So plenty of room back here. We really enjoy this space that we're offered. I can probably ask Mr. Anderson to just pan around a little bit so that you can take a look at the playground here in the back of the school as well. And you can also see the 3-story structure for our 5th and 6th graders that's back here. Looks like somebody's back there using that playground right now. So just off the cafeteria now, and inside that main back entrance of ours at door O, we come right here to the 7th and 8th grade hallway, where the majority of the time our 7th and 8th graders will have their classes right down here, with maybe a few classes up in the high school wing as well. But we have art rooms down here, family and consumer science. We have our industrial tech rooms down here, some special ed rooms. We have lockers for our 8th graders, and on the far end of the hallway we have lockers for our 7th graders. And then all the way down there, of course, we have math, English, social studies, and science rooms. So we're just going to take a look at some of the rooms here in this hallway to give our 7th and 8th graders a little bit better idea of what some of their classrooms might look like. Hey, welcome to Mrs. Heichek's Family and Consumer Science room. This is her foods lab right here now, where she has a number of kitchens around the room. Our 7th graders will specifically get an opportunity to come into this classroom and probably make something that's going to taste pretty good. Next to us, she also has a regular classroom where she can meet with some of our 8th graders in some of their family and consumer science classes. Hey, here we are in Mr. Talley's wood shop. And our 7th and 8th graders will have an opportunity to take an industrial tech class sometime over the course of their 7th and 8th grade school years. So you get a chance to make a few different things down here, learn a little bit about some engineering concepts, and for the most part, enjoy getting taught by Mr. Talley. Now we're in Mrs. Arnetson's 7th and 8th grade art classroom. And as you can see, as we look around the room here, and even up at the ceiling, she's had some fantastic art projects that go on over the course of the year. So every one of our 7th and 8th graders will get an opportunity to come through this classroom at some point or another over the course of the school year. We just stopped by Mrs. Besky's 8th grade Earth Science classroom. And all of our 8th graders, for the most part, will have an opportunity to come through here in relationship to some earth science work in science in 8th grade. And in 7th grade, we specialize in life science. We've made our way down to the far south corner of the building now at the lower level, and we're in the 7th and 8th grade commons area right here. There'll probably be some lunch tables down here during the course of the day. So if students come out of these classrooms, they have a chance to work a little bit, even out here in the commons area. And then around this area, we have 8th grade social studies, 8th grade math, 8th grade language arts, 7th grade math, 7th grade language arts, and 7th grade social studies, with a few more classrooms, of course, located on the level above us as well. but basically a nice place for our 7th and 8th graders to have and really close to get from class to class right down here in the 7th and 8th grade wing. We've made our way to the main level now of the Kennedy Secondary School and basically into the high school wing of the building. We're standing right now in the high school commons area, which kind of divides up the different classrooms, where in this far corner we have some high school art, family and consumer science rooms, along with the science rooms on the outside. Down this middle hallway right back here, we have our social studies department and our math department. And then down on the far end right here, we have a Kennedy Secondary School store, along with a health room and also some business education classrooms. And also then on the other end here, we have our high school English rooms. So really 3 main hallways, all contained right together here, easy to make their way around for our high school students to find all the different rooms that they'll be responsible to going for. Well, there's no way that we can show you the whole Kennedy Secondary School in one little short video. But we did want to get some information out there to our new students and also to our 5th graders that will be coming to us this year for the first time. We totally understand that we'd like to be able to offer those opportunities for the large groups to come in and the big tours, but we know that that's probably just not the right decision to make for this year. Believe me when I tell you, we're going to have all of our teachers take a whole lot of extra time at the beginning of the school year to have tours around the building, orientation sessions, chance to answer all your questions, and get everybody really comfortable with their school surroundings. We're not going to rush anybody through anything. With our 5th and our 6th graders, we're probably walking you to the next class to make sure that you get to the right spot. So we're going to take it really slow at the start of the school year. We're going to take our time to make sure that everybody's comfortable. We're going to show you all corners of the building again, but we at least wanted to put something out so that you had a little bit of an idea what you're walking into that first day of school. We're excited to get this school year started. No matter what challenges that are ahead of us, we're going to just go ahead and tackle them together. Our students and our staff and our whole community as a whole just need to work together as best we can to take on what could be a very challenging school year. But also, we're excited to get people back in the building. Whether they're coming for 2 days a week or 5 days a week, we're just so glad to be able to have students and teachers face-to-face again for as long as possible. So if you have any questions, feel free to call us here at school or call any of the schools if you have questions about where your son or daughter might be going. Students, if you have any questions yourself, feel free to call myself or any of the other main offices here, especially as we get closer to the start of the school year. If you know that I'm talking to our high school students now, if you know that you have some schedule changes that you want to have considered, please make sure that you call our high school office, counseling office, and make sure that you make an appointment there to see our counselors sometime probably during that week of August 31st. Anyway, any other questions out there, feel free to give us a call. We're definitely here to help, and I hope you enjoyed our little tour here today. And a special thank you to Mr. Roy Anderson for being our cameraman here today. We've had a lot of fun just going around the school, and we hope that we've helped you a little bit become familiar with our school facilities. Hey, welcome back to a new school year.